Mark,
Hey, Paul.
how are you?
Dude, this is intense. This has to be the most action-packed issue of Absolute Flash I've read yet.
Yes, we get a couple of big revelations that come along during the story. Issue number 10. We'll get to it right after this. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just like that. Um, don't forget to leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Don't forget the notification bell so you're alerted whenever we upload new content. We got a brand new Absolute Flash number 10. Um, it basically starts off no surprise, starts off exactly where the last one ended. Absolute
Yeah,
Flash number 9.
stories tend to do that from time to time.
Sometimes. But sometimes
Yeah,
they skip an issue and then they come back to it like an issue later or whatever. So.
yeah. So to catch the new viewers up, Wally is on the way back to the base riding with the rogues that he found out that he's now kind of part of. They're turning on their leaders who sent them after Wally. They're all coming back to get their comeuppance. Meanwhile, his dad is captive at the base with the other scientists, leading him into the secret experiment room that created our Absolute Flash, kind of villain monologuing, explaining some context here.
Yeah, and like you said, at the end of the last, it was Wally West and the Rogues. It was time to storm the castle moment, type of thing.
Unfortunately, one of the rogues wasn't on board with their plan and was still in cahoots with Thrawn, who's at the head of the military base, and blew up their transport on their way back. They survived the fall, and now we pick up where we left off.
Right. So we have them. The trickster has been basically captured for now, but she knows what's going on. She's the one that basically has kind of been like a double agent. They're talking, and Grodd basically connects with Wally, psychopathically, psycho. Yeah, how would that be? Psychopathically, I guess. Yeah, that would be right? Telepathically.
There's too many of these words that sound the same. This is
there
difficult.
are telepathically, and sees that his father has been captured by Eleanor Thawne. And as soon as they decide to run off to get to try to rescue him, who shows up but Mick Rory Heatwave?
Yeah, the giant magma body Heatwave, the absolute Heatwave, who we saw in an early issue. We get a really cool fight between them for a while, and then he kind of moves on kind of quick. We bounce around. Yeah, the Trickster pops up and starts fighting back as well. Golden Glider and the Trickster seem to have some personal beef between each other, so you get a nice little intense dialogue between the two. And while they're fighting, hold him off, Wally decides to go for it and head straight to the base.
Right, and as he's running there, he's seeing glimpses of the past. He sees glimpses of him basically walking the hallways with Barry Allen, him asking him about what's going on. And so that's kind of interesting as well, because then he sees some things that where he's talking with his dad about how he thinks he might have messed up, and he finds that basically he's getting some answers that he might not really want.
Yeah, they kind of revealed as well in the beginning with the monologuing that Alan was never on their side. He'd been working specifically with Thrawn, with this doorway, with this machine, with whatever this is that apparently is a gateway to another dimension. And they were trying to find the key to open it that her grandfather successfully did years ago. And now, because of the side effects of what happened to Wally, he is the key. And she refused to give up, refuses to stop, doesn't care about anybody's well-being, and wants this kid at all costs to complete the work of her grandfather.
Right. Trickster ends up making it to what is it, Mount Fox or something like that, right? Or
Fort Fox.
Fort Fox, yeah, sorry. And we see Eleanor Thawne basically saying, you know what, her only job, the Trickster, is to basically kind of maneuver Wally back to where this big machine-like thing is that we've been seeing for the first.
Yeah, it looks like a giant energy orb in a room contained in a circle. But they figure if they could get him close enough to it, it will naturally open. Meanwhile, the fight with the rogues is still going on, and they're they're having a tough go at it. Then suddenly it rains and lightning strikes, hitting heat wave, and it looks like this magma body turns into stone and breaks, and the little shadow of a man falls out, and none other than Weather Wizard, who we saw a few issues ago, and walks up, says, "Hey guys, what I miss?" So we've added Weather Wizard to the group, the collective of rogues.
Right. Wally has made his way to the energy orb, like Mark said, and he is basically, seeing things again from the past. He sees Barry. He sees his father. He sees, he sees his father saying, what did you do to my boy? And then he says the thing inside says, "Take my hand, son. Hold on." And he says, "Barry." And then that's when we get the trickster again that comes in as well.
Throws a little bomb at him so that it kind of pushes him farther, and he avoids the bomb. He runs up, grabs the next bomb as Trickster throws it, and throws it in Trickster's face, taking out the Trickster and then focusing on the energy orb and the hand reaching out of it, calling for Wally.
Right. With it's done in a different color than we've seen in the past. But it says Wally, and basically he said Barry, and that's when we find out that no, it is not Barry. In fact, everyone is rushing there, and we find out that it is not Barry, but it is the grandfather,
Not Barry
Eobard,
Thawne.
Eobard Thawne.
Yeah. So it looks like however long he's been in there, he kind of has like the Vecna effect. He's been in this dimension, this force for so long, it's distorted and corrupted his body. But he said there can only be one, and he drags Barry and throws him into this other dimension. And this still point that they say that this doorway opens, and when you get there, he stands up and he sees none other than Barry.
Right. But who's that being behind Barry that has like 4 arms?
No, I don't know.
But you get
something out of Howard the Duck.
Yeah, you get a bonus point for referencing Stranger Things with the Vecna effect.
Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's made it back to the other world. The still point is what they're calling it. They introduced the still force in Flash proper. So, that seems like, again, it's heavily inspired by other elements of existing DC stuff, but it definitely feels original to the Absolute universe. It's a new take on it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how every single issue has used a title from a previous Flash story that has occurred in the main universe, and then they're just kind of tweaking it a little bit and giving it the absolute style.
Treatment,
so
yeah,
treatment.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. We're coming up on a 1-year anniversary for Absolute Flash. Can't wait to see where this goes. We've been promised the Reverse Flash, so that's obviously we think Eobard Thawne maybe will be the Reverse Flash now that we've seen him. So maybe that's the character that we saw on the on those solicits before. But we have 3 big issues coming up this particular week. We have Absolute Green Lantern, we have Absolute Superman, and then we have Absolute Wonder Woman, the beginning of a 2-part crossover with Absolute Batman. But then sadly, there will be no issues on the 31st of December at all for DC, not only Absolute, but just at all.
Might have to spread out some of those 3 for the show then to fill in for that week.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll do Absolute Wonder Woman because it'll put it closer to Absolute Batman. So, yeah. But again, before we go, obviously we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Hope you're spending time as you want to, whether it's with your friends or your family or your loved ones, whatever it happens to be, or not, if that's what you prefer to do. We hope you have a great holiday season. We will be back here again next week. Again, we'll be taking a look at some of those 3 issues that we mentioned. But that's going to be it. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, do all that good stuff. It really does help us out. But again, that's going to be it. I am Paul. He is Mark.
But we are Legion.
And you're now Living Sector 2815.